Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Matt Price back for another lesson. Today we're talking about Choker by 21 Pilots, drummer Josh Dunn. Check this out. So this song was brought to my attention by a student that I have, and I had never heard it before, but it's kind of this cool linear drum beat pattern using 16th notes. Tempo is about 142 beats per minute. Transcription is linked below, and also a video of 21 Pilots playing this live, which is where I got all of the sticking patterns and referencing the beat. The groove he plays live is a little bit different than what he plays on the track. But I like to go off the live videos because then I can actually see what the real drummer from the real band is really playing. So with this groove, because it's a linear style thing, it can be kind of challenging to attack the entire pattern with all the breaks and the stickings and all the weird things that are going on. So I'm going to give you some exercises that kind of start simple and then build it up from there. If you think you're already ready for the challenging part, you can just skip ahead in the video. If not, stick around and we're going to start simple. So I'm just going to demonstrate all these grooves at 100 beats per minute. I think that's like a good practicing point. If you need to go slower, that's totally fine. Remember that you can slow this video down 75% and 50% on a phone, or if you're on a computer, you have a little bit more leeway with how much you slow it down. So I'll demonstrate each exercise, 8 measures, and kind of give you a little explanation of each one. So let's jump in. This first groove is just simplifying the beat to a very simple kind of 8th note rock beat form. So I'm playing 8th notes on the hi-hat with my right hand, snare drum on 2 and 4, bass drum on 1, the and of 3, and then the E of 4. So check that out. Exercise 2 is adding 16th notes on the hi-hat with 2 hands. So we're alternating back and forth, right, left, right, left. That means your right hand is going to play the snare drum on 2 and 4. Kick drum pattern stays the same. Check it out, 100 beats per minute. Okay, so the third exercise, same sticking pattern, just alternating right, left, but we're going to move a couple of the hi-hat notes down to the snare drum. So the of 3 and the of 4 are now going to be played on the snare. So this gives you kind of a little dance back and forth between the snare and the hi-hat. You could practice any of these 3 exercises along with the song at the full tempo, or if you need to slow it down just a little bit to kind of work your way up to the speed, that's totally cool. I always recommend starting slow and working your way up. Accuracy, much more important than speed. Okay, the next exercise is what starts to get us into the actual groove. So really what I'm doing here is taking notes away. Instead of playing 16th notes the whole time on the hi-hat, you'll notice that there's some gaps and some breaks within the music. So on beat 1, it's just a bass drum on 1, and then right hand on the hi-hat on the and of 1. I play snare with my left hand on 2, and then right left on the hi-hat on the and the of 2. This is the way that Josh Dunn plays it live. Again, the video's down below. I checked it out. I zoomed in. I watched it in slow-mo. I watched it a bunch of times. This is the sticking pattern that he's using. I guarantee it. I think I guarantee it. So, I think I guarantee it. Yeah, I don't know. Beat 3 is a 16th note rest, so we're skipping the right hand. E of 3 is a left hand. The and of 3 is a right hand on the hi-hat with a kick drum, and then the of 3 is left hand. Beat 4, we've got right hand on the snare, kick drum on the E of 4, right hand on the hi-hat on the and then, last note, left hand up on the high tom. So again, I'm going to demonstrate that 100 beats per minute, 8 times in a row, and then right after that example, I'm going to show it to you really, really slow without a metronome. I recommend possibly doing this if you need to, because you kind of want to work out that motion. It's like a little dance between the hi-hat, the snare, and the high tom. And this can be tricky if you've never done this kind of thing before, moving left hand underneath. Some of my students were actually trying to go right hand over top, but again, if you watch the video in the link below of Josh Dunn playing this live, you will clearly see his left hand coming underneath. So here that is. Check it out. The groove is a 2-measure phrase. So in the second measure, he does a open hi-hat on the and of 3, and then that closes on beat 4 with the snare. So he's actually playing less notes, but this is just kind of a cool example of how you can break up like a 16th note instead of a constant 16th note thing on the hi-hat. Sometimes leaving space, making it a little bit more syncopated is going to give it a funkier sound, especially at 142 beats per minute. All right, so if you go back to the beginning of the video, you can see me playing it along with the track, but here is the groove at the full tempo without the music, just so you can hear it by itself. And once again, I just want to remind everybody, you can slow the video down if you need to hear it slower and need to practice along with it slower. Check it. All right, that's it for this lesson, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Trying to keep these lessons a little shorter. I know my last couple videos have been like over 12 minutes long, and according to the analytics, nobody's watching to the very end. So I'm trying to keep these shorter. We'll see how this goes when I edit this all together. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification, hit that like, give me a comment, check it all out. I do offer online drum lessons, mattpricedrumming.com. You can do lessons through Zoom or Google Meet, or if you live in the Pittsburgh or Western Pennsylvania area, I offer in-person lessons in my totally awesome studio. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much. See you next time.